I'm Cheryl Sachs, personal fitness trainer, and today's Fitbit is how to do a deadlift properly. So the deadlift is a really great exercise to activate the glutes and the hamstrings, but most people tend to overuse their lower back muscles when they deadlift instead, and that can cause a lot of negative problems, including throwing out your back and herniating or bulging the discs in your lower back as well. So when you deadlift, what you want to do is start feet hip width apart, up nice and tall, shoulders back and chest is wide. So I turn to the side. You also want to make sure that your butt is not sticking out, that it's tucked under and your abs are tight. When you deadlift, the most important thing is that you hinge from the hips and you fold yourself in half, keeping a nice straight spine as you do so. Squeezing those glutes, you want to think as if there's a string coming from your glute to your hip that's pulling you forward as you stand up, still maintaining a nice straight spine. So folding in half and then coming back up. Oftentimes what we see are people deadlifting with very limited range of motion or limited strength in their glutes. And so we see a lot of rounding in the spine when they deadlift, and that can cause a lot of strain in the lower back. Or I see a lot of people over-thrusting their hips forward when they stand up and overarching their lower back. So all of these are not really activating the glutes and the hamstrings all that well, and they're causing a lot of stress to the lower back. So the most important thing is keeping that neutral spine. And the best way that I like to practice that is by using a pole or some kind of a PVC pipe, a broomstick. And if you set it up so that your head, the spine in between your shoulder blades and your tailbone are on that pole, all 3 points, when you hinge over, all 3 points should still maintain their spot on that pole as you come over, and then same thing as you stand up. So if you're someone who tends to round your spine when you deadlift, you'll find that your head might come off of the pipe, or even your tailbone might come off of the pipe. If you're someone who likes to overthrust or overarch when you stand up, then you might find that your behind comes off the pipe as you stand up. So using the pole as a tactile cue is a great way to ensure that your spine stays neutral and straight as you do this exercise. So now down at the bottom, you should see that there's a nice stretch in the hamstrings and the glutes. All right, you're really sticking that booty back, and then you're squeezing through the glutes and the hamstrings as you stand up. Abdominal muscles are tight, rib cage stays down, and we don't want it arched, and glutes are tucked under. Okay? So practicing with the pole before you grab any of the heavier weights or any weights at all is a great way to make sure that you have the proper form down so that you don't injure yourself. And that is how to do a deadlift properly. Make sure to like us on Facebook for more Fitbits.